Let's go live, y'all. Yes, let's go live. Shout out to Nicolette Moore. I'm just getting everything set up, notifications going out and all that. So, today I want to talk about a teacher that is a child molester. Okay? So, before we get started and while we wait for these notifications to go out, hey Dolly, salute Dolly, how you been? How you doing? Before we get into today's content, it won't be too long, but hey Porter Shabazz, yes, okay, I see y'all in the building. Today's content is going to be about a child molesting teacher, okay? Had to pull this one out today because we have to stay focused, okay? But before we take off with what we're about to do, I'm going to play one of the songs that I wrote myself called Forgotten Victims. Let's take a look.
Have you seen Ebony? I can't find her. No, I haven't seen her. Did you see Ebony?
Yeah, she's a little off the beat.
Ebony? What's going on back here?
You're just playing a game. It's okay, isn't it?
Oh, I was just worried. As long as she's back here with you, everything is alright. Mommy?
Shh. Shh.
Mommy!
Stand against the predators amongst us. Be the voice of change. Break the cycle.
Forgotten victims, hidden so well. Victims of their past, but they will never tell. Touched as children, are scared by violence. They choose to hide it and keep the silence. Still forgotten victims who choose to hide. Push back their feelings or bottle them inside. Victims of abuse, scared to protest, but many are ashamed of the rape and incest. Still forgotten victims, hidden so well. Some memories of abuse, but very deep they dwell. Women and men hiding feelings of shame, but they are still victims that shouldn't be blamed. Still forgotten victims who choose to hide it. Keep quiet cause society takes sides and downplays violence. Many fear being believed, but they are still victims, so don't be deceived. Forgotten victims, hidden so well. Victims of wanting love, but truly living in hell. Day after day, they may suffer new pain. Like someone outfit close, but it could be far away. You may not have a voice, but I'll be yours today. So wipe those tears away and let my words relieve the pain. Don't drive yourself insane, no red stress to your brain. Trying to figure out why you've been treated this way. Just hold your head high, you know when karma comes around. She'll knock up to the ground when they time come around. The best way to heal is to seek help and talk about it. Cause you never know your experience just might help somebody. I had my time of being quiet, hiding behind my tears for so many years. But one day I understood with my experiences I could help the next, so I'll dedicate my last breath to prevent future victims from this pain.
It happened to me. 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 And me.
Right, y'all. All right, let's get into it. So, first, let me cam up. What's good? Okay. What's good? Shout out to Tyrant Spain. I just wanted to play that song. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably play it at the end because a certain somebody has been saying, just regurgitating in his live stream sometimes when he talk about me, that I don't do this but online. And clearly that's not the case. So that song that we just listened to was Forgotten Victims. My artist name is Cash Me Out, but you know, here I'm Queen's Throne. Shout out to the Comment King. Salute. I'm used to you having like an icon there, so I hope that's the real one and you ain't playing with my bro's name. It's been a while since I clicked into his channel, but I still ain't gonna let you play with his name. What's good, King Raymond 83, my bad. So today we're going to take a look at a teacher that is a child molester. We're going to look at the interrogation. It's about an hour long. But first, I would just like to say I was in Tyrant Bain's chat today, and I got the receipts, but I didn't have them queued up because I kind of remembered them like 2 minutes into the song we just listened to. Anyway, oh, they took your pages? Wow. Okay. Yeah, we need to motherfucking talk shit, something. But yeah, we'll get the word out and stuff. Get everybody back subbed up to you. It's crazy. They've been out here whacking people. They whacked Inky too. And they took down Rabbit's Got the Gun. But so I was in Tyrant Bain's chat today and, you know, dropped down and stuff. And this is the reason why I don't sometimes, because a nigga like Sonetta will stalk my life in people's chat rooms. So I kind of got distracted, and I apologize if I let Tyrant Bain down today. I did time him out, however, did not block him. But he was, you know, addressing me, and I found it funny that he called me in there a queen, right? He called me queen. He ain't say Queen's Throne all the time, it was queen. So, I don't know. I got the receipts. I thought I was going to be able to just put them in here, but like it's so, you know, I got to crop it because you can't see like what I'm trying to show you for real. But, you know, he up in there pressing me about why am I standing on his neck and how dare I and this, that, and the other. We're going to look at that probably tomorrow. I'll make sure that I crop everything so that y'all can see it. I just found that, that was just crazy or whatever. I shouldn't have even responded to him. I should have just let him talk. But initially, I think the conversation where he started tagging me in the live was stating, "Why did you come for me and my wife, Queen's Throne? We never did anything to you," or whatever. We know that's a motherfucking lie. All that is documented on the Queen's Throne channel with 4K something subscribers. Shout out to all my subscribers while we're right there talking about subscribers. But yesterday we were talking about Polite, right? So I was like, well, let's keep this going or whatever. Let's see what's going down. So, you know, I be out here gathering stuff and just so I could show when I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So basically, okay, I'm glad I didn't. I mean, I'm just saying because your topic was important and I feel like that kind of like changed shit in the chat. And if I wouldn't have maybe responded back to him or whatever, then, you know, you could have stayed on topic. But your live was amazing. I did click into the middle of it, but I went while I was getting ready and stuff. I was listening to a few people and I went and watched the part that I missed. So you did really good in that live. I like your lives because they're very deep. You know what I'm saying? You be talking about stuff that a lot of people, you know, I wouldn't even think it to, you know, talk about sometimes or even look into. Yeah. I was surprised though. I was kind of thrown off like, what? He's in here? I should have just ignored him. But I do want to, I did screenshot it or whatever. I also want to show it. You know, I don't know if you've seen all the comments, but so, you know, if you didn't, then now you can or whatever. I wasn't even thinking. I was just stomped his ass out. Okay. But, I appreciate you and all that you do. Yeah, that's crazy as hell that they took his page. That is crazy. They've been out here doing all type of crazy shit, fucking with people and shit. You know that they like to censor people, and definitely him because, you know, he be bringing the facts. You know what I'm saying? Period. Nobody can say that he does not. Much love, much love. So also, where we were clicked in last night, I found the song with Polite, right? I want to play it so bad, but I don't want to get flagged, okay? The one where Polite was rapping in another language, like he tried that shit, okay? Now, I could talk about music or whatever because I make my own music. I also record other artists. I have a real studio, all that. So Sonnet ain't the only one with a studio. You feel me? But I ain't got no casting couch and ain't nobody going, you know, you ain't got to like do nothing freaky to get on the mic. I'm just saying, you just got to have some bread. But yes, always much love. So I do want to play that song, but I'm like, I don't know. Cause you already know they going to be crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into this situation with Julio Soto. I almost wanted to say Santos. Now, this is brought to us today by Blue Dot Crime and Investigations. Let me get it ready to come through with the one time, okay? Shout out to this channel. This is the channel right here, Blue Dot Crime and Interrogations. I don't know if I said investigations. Sometimes, y'all, I be misspeaking. But I wanted to talk about this because this is a school teacher. I'm sorry if you hear ruffling in the background. The king, the chef, is cooking something. I don't know. But he's doing his thing. So you might hear some pots and pans and shit ruffling around. I do apologize, but I'm going to let him do his thing because that's what he's like best at. He's good at other things, but he's a mean drawer. But I just wanted to say that. So, yeah, let's take a look at this. Okay, it's titled Julio Soto. I'm sorry, why do I keep wanting to say Santo? School teacher charged with molesting a student, full police interrogation. Now let's take a look at this because I've covered this as a topic several times, okay? But I want to pull up on a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we need to make this known. There was also another clip where a school teacher was alleged, like she was pregnant by like a 15-year-old. I don't remember like if that was the first. You know that over the years, right? A few, at least 3 or 4 teachers have been put on mainstream media for that type of behavior, doing, you know, these things with children or whatever. So I do have her in a playlist as well. I just been banking up stuff. So shout out to Blue Dot Investigation, Crime and Interrogations, my bad. We're gonna take a look at this and see what's going on. I didn't find out about this case until I did watch a portion of it, about 30 minutes of it, and then I kind of got distracted, you know, children. So the last half I'll be watching just with you guys organically, okay? So let's take a look at this. I'm going to also, oh no, I'm not going to be able to do that. I will, oh, their link is in the description. So if you would like to find this channel and support them, please do. If you're into crime, definitely it's a good channel to be in, you know, connected with. Let's get it.
Yeah, Stuart, that's right. According to the sheriff's office, Soto worked at Castle Creek Elementary School here in Orange County. He's now being charged with 1 count of lewd and lascivious molestation of a child. You can actually see in this.
Oh, you might remember that charge that she just said because Polite has a couple of them.
Video released by the sheriff's office the moment Soto was taken into custody. Sheriff's deputies say Soto was placed on administrative leave by the school earlier today, and detectives secured an arrest warrant tonight after speaking with the victim. Parents from Castle Creek got a phone call explaining the situation earlier today. Here's a bit of that call.
I wanted to make you aware that one of our teachers has been placed on administrative leave for inappropriate conduct. While I can't discuss employee matters, I can tell you when there is any claim of wrongdoing, the district conducts a thorough internal investigation.
Now, we reached out to the school district for comment. They have not yet gotten back to us. When it comes to this investigation, though, of course, the sheriff's office says this is still very much ongoing. They say right now detectives are trying to determine whether or not there may be more victims. For now, live in Orange County, Kelsey Thorid, WESH 2 News.
And really quick, yeah, they do that also with the police as well. They'll, you know, let them go on administrative leave and all this and that so that they can resign or whatever, and then they could just go to another police department. They do that often. They really do.
So you say you normally take 3 to 4 kids. What happened this time?
This time it was just her. You know, she was asking me because she goes, you know, I was concerned about Friday because you're going to meet my mommy and all this stuff. And I said, okay, you know, I wasn't even thinking.
But why?
What do you mean why?
Well, if you're going to take a female student to your classroom, you didn't think to like, let me just grab another.
And honestly, I just wanted to get her work done, get her, and then go back to specials. I'm doing great. So, you know, and like I said, that's my bad. No, she's at the farther point.
Okay.
But she's facing me, so that way, if she calls me, it's like I can look up at her without walking over because I'm doing my grades on my computer.
While she was sitting at the U-shape or kidney table, did you walk over to check on her?
And not until she said something about her wrist or her arm.
And what did she say about her arm?
That she started tearing up, and then she started complaining about her arm. I was like, you know, you said you were fine, and she goes, well, it started hurting me.
First of all, it sounds like this dude uses drugs to me. I felt that way the first portion that I watched it, but he speaks very fast, and he also speaks like his teeth are fucked up. You know what I mean?
You know, it's like big teeth, you know, so I walked over, and I said, and I asked her, can I touch your arm?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that just a lisp?
And she said, yeah, so I kind of held her like this, one hand here, one hand here.
Okay.
So I looked at it, it's like, is your wrist hurting?
Okay.
And she goes, no, it's not my wrist. I said, so I pointed like this. I said, is your forearm hurting? And she said, yeah, that's where it hurts. I said, well, did you tell your mom and dad? And she goes, yeah. And then I go, what did mom and dad say? She goes, nothing.
Do you, when you had, and was she the only one in the classroom with you at the time? Do you normally take kids in the classroom?
No, that's
like
what I was telling them.
And of course, they will blank out the victim's name, so that's why you heard that pause.
And normally I try to get a couple kids, and it was just.
Is that like
No.
policy, or is that common practice, or what is that?
It's probably common practice. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it is written somewhere, but if you're going to bring a student back to your classroom, you always bring at least if there's another adult there, or if not an adult, then you're supposed to bring a couple of kids.
And why didn't you on that day?
I wasn't even thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I said, that's my bad, I'll get if I get a count statement from the school, that's fine. All I do was I knew she parents were coming, I just wanted her to get this stuff done, and then that was it.
So, basically, you brought her up just to do the work, correct?
Correct, yes.
What is that thing that's on your door? It's like a black cover. What is it for?
Oh, that's for active assailants.
Do you normally have yours drawn?
It's always up.
Okay. It's always up?
Yeah, unless we have an active assailants and we put it down, or when the kids play with it after school. Because it's only taped.
Okay. Do you ever have yours up for like your planning period where you don't want to be bothered? So yours is always up?
Yeah.
Is there any reason why it would have been down that day?
Like I said, it's only held by tape, masking tape.
So if you're in the classroom with a student
Mm-hmm.
and you notice it's down, would you have fixed it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You didn't notice it was down?
No. It should have been down.
Now, I'm going to clarify something. You said when you guys went down to the park, or not the park, but the basketball courts, right?
Yes.
For specials.
For specials, yes.
Went down for specials. She was stuck to you like glue. She just followed you around. Or she just stood in one spot?
She just stood there.
Okay, she stood in one spot. She stood in one spot for how long?
A couple of minutes until the coach came.
Okay. I reviewed the school video that day.
Okay.
First thing, she was in a sling. She was in a sling and she was sitting on the bench. She was sitting on the bench next to a little boy. I don't know who he is, but she was sitting on
that Wednesday?
Yes.
No.
I'm literally telling you. I'm going to tell you what I saw in the school
Okay.
video. She was sitting on the bench with that little boy. She had a sling on her arm. She had a band around her hair, had this big ponytail. I see you come down with your class.
Mm-hmm.
Your class sits. You just walk around for a little bit. You then walk over directly to her. You have some type of conversation. I don't know what the conversation was about. After you have the conversation, she gets up. You guys walk up that stairwell.
The side stairwell, yes.
Walk up the side stairwell. Proceed to the second floor.
Yes.
She had a sling on.
I honestly don't remember the sling.
Okay.
I knew it was the week before, but
She had a sling on that day. She had a full sling on. Her arm was completely wrapped. Do you remember what the conversation was with her that day?
No. Probably mom.
Probably mom.
Probably mom.
When you guys got up to the classroom,
Mm-hmm.
if she had a sling on, why would her arm be out of the sling?
Because she's been taking it off the week before. I yelled at her a couple times.
So she would have taken it off.
Oh, yeah.
And why would this child just speak to him about her mom?
If she would have taken it off and put it on the table, or...
I didn't, and I'm telling you the truth, I don't remember it.
Okay. You don't remember what part?
What you just told me.
Okay. You don't remember her having a sling?
Not that day.
Do you remember the accident that happened that Monday?
Accident.
The accident that happened to her, that caused her to get...
Oh, no, that was during drama class.
Okay. So that was during drama class.
Yes.
That Tuesday she would have been in your class. Did you notice she had that sling on?
I honestly thought it was the week before.
Okay. Well, it is the week of possibly February 13th.
Okay.
February 13th, which would have been that Wednesday.
Okay.
You said that before specials, she stayed upstairs for a minute. You guys talked. She asked if she could come to your class. She proceeded to come down to the specials area with you.
Right.
And then she went back up.
Right.
The video never shows her coming downstairs with you. It shows you walking down with your class and she's already down there.
Not that same day.
Julio, hang on, because what I don't want to happen is for us to go down a path that we can't recover from.
Right.
Okay. So the video that my partner's talking about, I watched the same video.
Okay.
So you have two different people watching the same video. Right. And it shows her class downstairs already, and she's sitting on a bench, okay, talking to another student. You come down with your class, and you approach her at the bench. Now, you remember taking her to the class.
I agree. He is really defensive. His body language is definitely, wow, this is going to be a doozy, I'm telling y'all, in advance. Like I said, I watched 30 minutes of it, and just to deflect, like, It's a lot. It's a lot.
Classroom to do work, and
Right.
you remember specific details about her arm was hurting, and you went over to her and you were like, let me see, and you were like touching her arm. It was very caring of you. And why if you remember those specific details, I don't understand why you can't remember the detail about the sling, because that would explain why
When-
her arm was
Right,
hurting.
but when I went over there, there was nothing on her arm.
But even if she didn't have that sling on, her arm would have still been wrapped. The arm was basically,
But it was bare.
her arm was, in this video, her arm wasn't there.
Right, but when she came to the classroom, it was bare.
So she would have had to take that off as she walked up with you, because on video, you walk in front of her, you go around the stairs. So these are the stairs.
Right.
You know how you walk in the door?
Mhm.
You gotta turn around, right?
Right.
To walk up the stairs. You're in front of her. She's on your left-hand side. Her arm is completely slinged. I see her go past the video with a sling on her arm, and you continue to walk up. You walk.
I don't know if you had seen it, London, but we had played where he was up there crying. But yeah, that Rudden house dude, so that was wild.
On the right side, she walks on the left.
Okay.
She had a sling
Very
on.
distinct.
Right.
Now, after you made contact with her in the classroom and you're touching her arm, did you have any other contact with her
Nope.
that day?
That's it, because after she said that, she started tearing up, and then that's why I asked her those questions, and I said, well, after specials, if your arm still hurts, let me know. If you're in my classroom in the afternoon and it continues bothering you and you haven't done anything yet, then let me know and I'll send you to the nurse. Then I walk back to my desk and I continue doing grades.
If I'm a student in your class and I came up to you and I told you my arm hurt, and I begin to tear up, what would you do?
Well, not at that moment before school. The nurse is not there yet, so I'd say, well, sit down.
Well, this is during specials. I'm in your classroom, my arm is hurting, I'm tearing up, what would you do?
I said, I'll give them a choice. You want to go to the nurse, and then if they say...
He seems very nervous also. That him talking fast, I wonder if he talks fast always, but that could be an indication if he doesn't, that, he's very nervous.
Yes or no, then if it's yes, then I'll send them to the nurse.
If they say no?
Then I don't...
You don't try to make contact with the parents to let them know?
Well, the parent already knows.
That's what it's...
How is he going to assume that the parent already knows that during school the child's arm hurt? Something could have happened on the bus. She could have banged it a little bit or whatever.
Students telling you.
Correct.
But we don't know if the parent knows.
That's true.
So, I'm just trying to figure out what was your mindset that day if my arm is hurting and I'm just a student in your class and I'm tearing up and I'm just like, hey, my arm hurts.
Right.
And I'm showing you my arm hurts. And I refuse to go to the nurse. Wouldn't you make a notification to take liability off the school?
True.
But did that happen?
No.
Okay.
No.
So, can I ask what the full interaction was in the classroom while she was upstairs after you were checking her
I was
out?
good. Yeah, because then after
So
that...
did she finish her work and then she left?
Yep.
There was no other conversation that happened?
Nope.
How much time was left before specials was over?
40 specials around 45, 50 minutes.
So estimate or give me an
I
approximate.
still had about a good 45 minutes.
45 minutes left for specials?
I'm sorry, 45 minutes for total specials. So she was up there for about 15 minutes. So I was probably alone for about 30 minutes.
Okay. And what did you do while she was in the classroom?
I was at my desk doing grades.
Did you ever leave?
Bathroom.
Okay. How many times did you go to the bathroom?
Once.
Yesterday you told me twice.
But no, before. Before I went to the bathroom, and then when she was in the room, then I went to the bathroom.
So was it once or twice?
Once in the classroom.
Okay. When she was in the classroom, what was your instructions when you went to the bathroom?
I said...
Y'all see how you try to clean that up right quick? I think the detective caught him in a lie.
Stay there, continue working. I'm going to go right into the bathroom, which is outside the classroom. And then as I come back, and then just keep on working.
Okay. At any time while in the classroom, did you say, hey, I'm going to tickle you? Did you attempt to tickle her?
Mm-mm.
Did you place your hands on her in any
Nope.
other way?
Nope, other than her arm.
Okay.
Because she's one of those students that would tell, if I did something like that, I know she would tell the whole world.
So you're telling me if you did something to her, she would tell?
Why would he even think about it doing something to this child and think that she would tell the whole world? Weird.
Yes.
So why are we getting this allegation?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
At any point did you touch her? Other than
Other
her
than
arm?
arm. Other than
Ever?
arm.
Have you ever tickled her?
No.
Have you ever horseplay with her?
Not horseplay, like touching her, no.
Have you ever horseplay, grab ass, whatever you want to call it? Have you guys ever did anything that would allude to being a playful manner, in a playful manner? Have you joked with her?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys...
But not like one-on-one, joking in the class.
So okay, we're in a group setting. Have you ever tried to tickle her in a group setting?
No.
Julio, when you're interacting with your students, a lot of students that we spoke to today, and we spoke to about 40 of them,
Okay.
they all say that you're an awesome teacher. You're one of their favorite teachers. They love coming to your class. They love interacting with you. They love spending time with you because you're very easy for them to get along with. Okay? A lot of other students have told us, like, you'll mess around, like, every once in a while, like, joke around with them and stuff, and sometimes you'll, like, try to lighten the mood if you see that they're sad or they're down or something like that. And one of the ways that you do that is to, like, just jab them a little bit, like in the ribs or anything like that. Well, they said that you call it like a tickle, like a tickling thing, where you're like, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna tickle you.
But I never touch anything appropriately.
Well, we're not alluding to you touching them inappropriate. We're just trying to figure out, have you ever tickled them? Like, we literally, like she just said, we've interviewed like 40 something.
Like this.
And they're like, you'll poke them and you'll be like, hey, I'm gonna get your tickle spot, and then.
Right.
But do you say that to them? Like, I'm going to get your tickle spot?
Not tickle spot, but like, oh, we're going to, I'm going to get you or something like that. But,
I got like more than 8 kids who told me that you said, hey, I'm going to get your tickle spot, and you poke them. Have you ever said, I'm going to get your tickle spot?
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I may have, but I don't. But I would never, ever, if I had a Bible, I would put it right there. I would, and I'm sure you probably hear this all the time, but I would never touch a girl or boy, for that matter, in any inappropriate area.
We're not calling it inappropriate. We're just asking if you ever tickled them. So you're telling me you'll poke at them, but you don't say anything? Because that will make it awkward.
I honestly don't know.
I don't mean to laugh, but that would be awkward as hell if somebody just walks up to you and poked you and doesn't say anything. But I think that in reality, I get it. You know, he's their teacher and all that. And, but there's got to be some type of boundaries. Like, I'm just saying that alone, like, I'll be asking my kids a lot, like, how are your teachers? You know, ain't nobody touching you up there. Like, you know what I mean? Because you never just know. And there, I'm sure, are teachers that are very, you know, playful and things like that, but it can also cross the line very easily. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get back into it.
Have you ever tickled a student?
Not tickle like a normal tickle.
Have you ever tickled
How
a
would you
student?
define it?
Tickle's like tickling like this.
Okay.
Tickling,
So how would you define it?
That's what I do.
Okay.
Just
So
a poke?
You poke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you ever use more than one finger?
Have you
No,
used
no.
2, 3, 4?
No, one.
Okay.
Yeah, one.
Have you ever reached out and, like, touched?
No.
Nothing like that? Like on the side or anything? Just been like, hey, you know.
No. They touch me. I already have a bruise right here for one of my girls giving me a hard hug.
One of the girls give you a hard hug?
Yeah, she's a big girl.
He claims that one of his students gave him a bruise because she gave him a hard hug. That's weird.
Have you ever been told by the school staff or anybody on school campus that you got to slow down on, like, hugging students, tickling students?
I do, and we talk, and that's why, you know, I tell them, like, the one girl that gave me the bruise over here, well, not bruise, but, like, I was like, honey, you can't be doing that, you know, and it's because it's at dismissal, so everybody says goodbye and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple of kids, we got one of my boys, Christopher, he gives me hugs every single day. So that, and, you know, so most of my hugs are like this. Sometimes I'll like that, or if it's a really long hug, I was like, okay, time's up. And I mean, there's always students around.
Have you ever received a complaint
On what?
from one of the students in your class?
Not in my class, no.
Have you ever received a complaint from any student on campus?
Yeah, like I told you about 2 years ago.
And what was that complaint exactly?
The same thing, the tickling.
Okay.
The tickling?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have tickled students,
No, not her.
not her.
So how did that happen?
How did she complain about something that didn't?
And I said, let's talk about what's going on. And he goes, something with the other teacher and everything. I said, well, you can't get upset and everything. And so then this girl, who also has needs also, and she comes over, and then so she is like, he'll do this to me. So I did it back to him, and then she says, oh, well, I want to play, and she did it to both of us. I was like, this is a two-way conversation. This is a three-way. So then when called me in and told me what happened, she said the parent was concerned that I was tickling her. I was like, tickling her? I said it was a conversation between me and another student, and then because the other kids were on the floor sitting waiting for us to go, and everybody's just talking, they were looking at each other and everything, and then she came over because she saw me and trying to converse, and then she comes in, and then so started smiling because I started making some jokes, and then so he goes, oh, I'm going to get you, Mr. Soto. And I was like, oh, no, I'm going to get you. And then she comes over, and she goes, oh, I'm going to get you, Mr. Soto, I'm going to get you. Like.
So, have you ever received any kind of counseling forms or anything from the school?
Yes, for that one.
For
That's
that
the only counseling form you've ever received?
That I know of.
Okay. Would you consider yourself to be like the friendly teacher?
Yes.
Would you think that some students would just think that your friendliness is a little extra, a little over?
They can, because they're only 10, they're 10, 11 years old.
Okay.
Have you ever been pulled aside by other teachers and said, hey, relax with this stuff?
Mm-mm.
Never.
No.
Has another teacher...
No, we always talked about, like when the hugs, and like, we talking to the team, was like, yeah, we got to be careful because a third person might not, if a teacher has a relationship with a student and a third person walks by, they're going to say, well, why is this student excessively hugging or always hugging this person?
That's always difficult because I see teachers like you spend a lot of time with your kids,
right,
and you get attached to them.
Mm-hmm.
You're like another parent to them.
Right, and as I told you, they're calling me like their school dad.
Right. So you have that kind of bond with them, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about not necessarily in like a pod setting or like a teacher setting, like with a bunch of teachers talking. I mean like one-on-one, like another teacher's been like, hey.
No, not to me, no.
Not to you ever?
No.
Okay. Have you ever interacted with a student and then had someone question you afterward?
Question me afterward? Field trip, yeah.
Okay. There have been complaints from multiple students who said that they've heard and seen you gesture toward other students making comments about their bodies.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever done something
No.
like that? So why would the kids tell me, different kids now,
right,
all different ages, all different areas of the school, tell me that that's not true, that they've seen and heard you make these comments?
Honestly, I don't know.
So are these kids all lying on you?
Don't know.
You don't, well, that...
I know it is.
Well, hold on one second. You said she was lying, but earlier you told me that if you were to ever do something, you know that she would be the one who would just go out there and tell the world.
Exactly.
So why is she telling the world?
I don't know. That's why I'm very confused and upset, and that's why I was talking to.
But she was one of the kids that said that you were one of her favorite teachers.
Mm-hmm.
She literally said that you're her favorite teacher in the whole wide world, and she has so much fun in your class.
Mm-hmm.
So
I try to.
So why the lie?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, I don't know why they're lying.
Right.
And I don't know why it's a whole bunch of people telling me the same story.
Mm-hmm.
The very same story. The details and the facts don't change. I've been doing this job for going on 11 years now.
Yeah.
And when details and stories don't change, there's usually something to it. So what I want to do is not I don't want you to paint yourself as this bad person, this monster.
Oh,
Okay?
that's how I
Hang
feel
on.
like.
I want you to paint yourself maybe as the person who may have made a mistake. If a comment was made, then it was made. We can't take back what we said.
Right.
But I want us to be honest, especially in this room, because what I'm hearing, and I was not with my partner last night when he met you for the
Right.
first time. So what I'm hearing and what I'm being told, I want us to be able to represent as positively as possible what's been going on. Because there's a lot of people who are being impacted by this.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to understand this. If the stories aren't changing, but yours is, that's a clue. I need for, wait. I need for you to be honest with me. If you accidentally touched her, or if you did something in a way that, or reaching over her,
Right.
you glazed over her shoulders or something, just tell me.
And I have no problem with that.
Because that's not inappropriate touching.
Right, I have no problem with that. Like I told you last night, I have no problem. If I make a mistake, I'll confess up to it.
Yeah.
But if I know I truly didn't do something,
My old boss, he used to have this saying, if you mess up, fess up.
Yep.
Did you mess up?
No.
Well,
I mean, I messed up as far as
What do you consider it that you messed up?
bringing her upstairs to allowing her to come upstairs alone to not bring
Look
other
back on
people.
that. Would you do it again?
No.
But I want to confirm something real
Yes, sir.
quick. You said you've never taken another student up there by themselves before.
Correct.
I got several staff members saying this might be like the second or third time. Be straight with me.
No, seriously. No, seriously.
Have you ever?
No, she was the first time. I always brought students up, but not alone.
Have you ever had a student who stayed in the classroom alone?
No.
Let me ask you this, Julio, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Just hang out with me for just a second,
Sure.
okay? What I want is, I want to make sure that we're understanding each other,
Yes, ma'am.
okay? Because I think that some of this can be a miscommunication,
Okay.
But when I have, like I said, multiple kids
Mhm.
telling me multiple different things, then I'm having trouble with what you're telling me, okay? And that's why I'm trying to avoid you going down the path that I see you going down.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want you, like I said before, to paint yourself as this monster. I want you to paint yourself as maybe the guy that may have made a mistake. Maybe you made a comment. Maybe, you know, while you were reaching out and touching one of the kids, you may have, it's possible. When kids laugh, ha, 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 you know, they wiggle around. I have kids, I get it, okay?
Right.
So what I want is just pure honesty from you, because I don't want people, and other people are going to review this, okay? I have people of my chain of command who are going to review this, and what I don't want to have to do is go back to my computer and say, Julio's a monster.
Right.
Because he's not saying what his story isn't lining up with all these individual stories that are coming out, okay? But hang on, let me finish, okay? Because I want, Julio, what I want is I want for you to be honest with me. I'm being honest with you. Correct? I'm being upfront with you, I'm being straightforward with you, and I don't think you're a monster at all. A monster isn't the kind of person that makes people, you know, react the way that these students do to you. They still like you, which tells me that you may be a good guy, okay? And that's fantastic. But even good people make mistakes.
Sure.
I've made mistakes, my partner's made mistakes, people make mistakes. What I want from you, okay, is for you to not, I want you to let me help you.
Right.
Okay? But in order for me to help you, I need to have honesty from you.
Right. And I'm telling you everything that I remember.
But I don't think that you are. That's the problem. I think you want to tell me everything that happened, but I don't think you're telling me the whole story. I believe that you went over to her and the sling wasn't on her arm. I believe that part of your story, because you just said that was taking this. She was saying, "Hey, put your sling back on. What are you doing?"
Right.
I get that.
But it wasn't that same day.
Okay, but how is it not feasible then that she would have removed the sling while she was in your classroom?
I honestly don't remember. That's why I'm trying to remember everything. I don't know.
Why are these other people then telling me that they've seen you touch her. Okay, because I want to go down this road with you, okay, but you're fighting me.
I'm sorry,
There's very specific recollection from independent individuals.
I'm not saying I never did it, I just don't remember.
Seeing you reach across and touch her. Touch. Why am I being told by different people?
I touched, oh my gosh.
Why is that coming up? Help me understand.
I wish I could. I don't know. I don't remember ever doing that.
I think that you do.
No, ma'am, I don't.
I don't know about that, because it's, your story that you were telling my partner from last night is varying now.
Well,
and the story that you're telling me in here is that these kids are all lying on you, even though they're your favorite teacher. I understand that parental interaction that you have, but I also want you to think about your family.
I know.
I know, and it's a scary thing, is
And
it not?
And my daughter's the same age, well, she's in 6th grade.
Your daughter's in 6th grade.
Yes, and that's why.
So hang on. So this is a scary interaction.
Wonder now, you know, at this time, like, did he also abuse his daughter? If the victim in this case, and let me add that I've been trying to find more information about this case or whatever, but it appears that obviously this was not an isolated incident, meaning that this is not the only victim of his. So I'm wondering, did he also molest his own daughter?
But I don't want it to be a scary interaction. I want it to be a positive interaction, because if a mistake was made, then a mistake was made, and we can come and we can clear it up.
Right.
And your family can move forward, because this is a very difficult thing for a family to deal with. I'm sure that you and your wife had very in-depth conversations last night after my partner left your house instead of having to go and step backwards.
Right, but I'm telling you, everything I remember to the best of my ability. If I messed up, I'll mess up. I'll tell you the truth, I'll mess up. You know, because like you just said, and we do the same thing in the military. And that's why I called my first sergeant. I told him what happened last night. I said I'm self-reporting because this is what's happening, and so I have to, let them know.
Okay, and what did you self-report?
That they came last night and I'm being accused of touching one of my students inappropriately.
So why then are her grades plummeting after February 13th? We have.
Because that would also be a good indication that something's either going on at home or at school or with friends or something. Something's going on there when the grades plummet. But I also want to point out that when he was arrested, he was held on no bail. And the charges he was charged with one of the charges that Polite was charged with. This was also in Florida too. So it's kind of like an example. I'm going to scrub and see what I can find. Was he sentenced? I looked it up, wasn't able to find nothing, but, take a little bit more time to find out what's going on with this case. But I noticed that this came out not too long ago from Blue Dot Crime and Interrogation. So I was like, okay.
Your grade book.
Right.
And her grades, she went from an A student, high marks in your class. She was doing extremely well. And then, as strange as it is, right after this February 13th, this Wednesday, this specific date that we're focused so hard on right now, and we've been talking about for the last, hour, why are her grades plummeting?
I don't know.
60s.
She's
doing terribly now in your
class.
And
that's why we had to talk with the parents, with the 504.
But the 504 talk happened on a Friday.
Correct, yes.
Long before her grades started plummeting. She got hurt on Monday. So her arm could not have been in a sling the week before. I'm telling you what we know.
Right.
Before we get to this point, We do a lot of things,
I know.
okay? So the week before, there's no way I would have yelled at her for having her arm in a sling, because her arm
Right.
wasn't in a sling until Monday.
Okay,
And then the 13th, she came to your classroom. We know that she was on video. You went and got her from specials after you dropped your kids. You took her upstairs. Her arm was in the sling then. After you got in your classroom, we know that she was working on something in your classroom, be it a test or homework or whatever it was, she was working on something. And you went over to her and you placed your hand on her.
On the arm, yes.
No,
No,
that's not where you placed your hand.
yes, ma'am.
Why is everything else not lining up?
Um,
Why is the
Right.
teacher, who is everyone's favorite, now being painted in this light?
Honestly, I don't know.
Well, you
I'm
have
just-
to help me cross that bridge, because I can't go over it by myself. I don't understand. I'm not in your shoes.
Right.
I'm not a teacher. I don't live the life that you live.
Right.
These students are all telling me, Mr. Soto's awesome, but he does this stuff.
Right.
Why? Like, why would they be making this up on you? It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense whatsoever.
The only thing I can think of is maybe when I try to be cool with the kids, play around, they take whatever I say the wrong way. I don't know.
Well, what do you say
I don't
that they
know.
could
I
take
don't
the
know.
wrong way?
I don't know.
Well, help me
I'm saying
out.
I'm-
It is what it is. We're sitting in this room together,
Mhm.
and we're having this conversation. It is what it is.
But I'm telling the truth. I've had the Bible, whatever. I would tell you.
Why he keep bringing the Bible into this? I'm telling you, I don't think that this man really talks fast in real life. He really just is nervous as hell right now because he knows he's caught.
I'm telling the truth.
Okay,
I'm
not worried about the Bible.
I
Okay,
never
I'm worried
done
about.
anything appropriate to
I'm
give me
worried
a-
about what
you know.
happened between you and these kids. There is another student who came forward to us today and said that you reached around and you touched her. So why are they telling me this?
Like you said, maybe I don't know. I'm just
Maybe you what?
I can't think of the word. Hypothesizing. Could be, like you said, I could be touching somebody and they turn around and then it just goes in front or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
And I can
And
live with that, but
right,
I need
don't
you
know.
to tell me about this interaction in the classroom with,
Right.
because I think that what's happening is we are so detailed up until we get in the classroom and it's, well, she did her work and then she left.
Yeah.
That's not
Except
how that
for
went.
the arm.
Okay, but that's
Right.
not how that went.
But that
I
was-
don't understand how someone as detail-oriented as you are could
Oh, so
miss some certain real key points.
But I'm telling you that time frame is about, I would say about 15 minutes. We came in the classroom. I told her to go over there, get your packet. I sat on my desk and I started working. And then she asked me a couple of questions, and I answered the questions. And then she started tearing up a little bit about her arm. So I said, I went over there, I sat next to her, and then before I touched her.
That's not how it happened.
Yes, ma'am.
No,
Yes,
Julio, that's not what happened, and I
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
want to go down this road anymore because it's not what
Ma'am,
happened.
I'm not, honestly, I'm
I
not lying to you.
believe that you went over to her because she said her arm hurt.
Correct.
But what I don't
Right.
believe is that you sat next to her and that's the whole interaction that you had.
And I believe what you told us is true. You remember what you told us earlier?
No.
That you couldn't do anything because you would tell the whole world.
Right, and I wouldn't, if I'm that type of person wanted to excuse my language, cock a feel or something like that, or whatever, touch a student, why would I do it to a student, to a student that I know would tell everybody?
Because you've done it before and she hasn't.
Why would anybody even think like that, though? Nobody thinks like that in reality, unless they're a predator.
And you have the capability, the opportunity, and the intent.
Right, but I'm not a predator. I'm not a stalker.
When I have interaction with children, I don't think about you know what I mean? The shit that this nigga thinking about right here. He just tripped himself up with that.
Or not stalker.
You disagree with my partner. You have the capability, the opportunity,
Right, so
and the
does-
intent.
right.
So you
The intent,
you
not
did
the
it.
intent.
Well, you just agreed with him.
You literally just met the triangle. You're in a room.
Right, but I wasn't intending to do anything.
But you're in a room.
Yes,
with a child by yourself?
Yes,
There's no other adult present.
correct,
Nobody really knows that this child is missing from PE or they're special where they're supposed to be.
correct.
They're in a room with you. Nobody knew this child was missing. This child returns to special before special's over, just in time to go back to the next class.
No, she was only in my classroom roughly 15 minutes. So
And
there's still good,
15 minutes is
A
long
long
enough.
time.
I'm not disagreeing with you folks.
If my child was gone for 15 minutes, I'd be a little worried.
Mhm.
1 minute is a little too long to be with an adult, no other adults to know,
All right,
and to be gone. You gotta give me something here, because
Right.
you're not giving me an explanation as to why this child was in that room with you for 15 minutes
Right.
besides homework, and you not tell anybody. I would think you would say, hey, you want to come over real quick and we can go over some lesson plans?
Right.
Hey, let me grab a
Sure.
couple of students who need to catch up on.
and that's what I said. I said, that was my bad, because I was just trying to rush and get through. I wasn't thinking.
But that's not all
Retro-
that happened.
What are you rushing to get through?
No, just to get through, to get her work done.
Julio, I'm
I'm
starting to really pull back from this idea, okay, that maybe you didn't mean for something to happen. Because nothing that you're saying is lining up with the video. Nothing that you're saying is lining up with what other students are telling me. Nothing is lining up with why her grades suddenly started to plummet. Nothing is lining up. I've been doing this for quite a while, and when the facts don't add up, there is a problem.
Yeah.
You're not a stupid person. You're not. You're an intelligent man, okay? I know that from talking to you. I'm not a stupid person. I'm an intelligent person. What I'm asking is for us to meet on equal ground and speak as intelligent people to each other and speak as adults to each other. And what I'm starting not to get is that you don't want to tell me either because you think you can outsmart me, which is not going to happen, or you don't want to tell me what happened because you're afraid. So which one is it?
I'm afraid no matter what, because I'm feeling I'm going to be arrested for something I didn't do, and that's what's really upset. And
well, tell me what you did do then, because I'm being told by a bunch of people what happened. So tell me what you did do, so that I can close that gap.
Right, and I told you exactly what happened in that room.
No, you didn't.
Yes, ma'am.
We're missing something,
There's a piece that's missing.
and it's a big one.
You went up behind her, and you put your hand on her chest.
Why would I jeopardize my job, my license,
I don't
possibly
think,
career?
I think it was one of those things that it happened. It wasn't like it was, this huge mastermind kind of a plan. Maybe she came on to you. I don't know. I'm not in your shoes and I'm not there. Maybe
Now, I feel like that was a fishing statement. She's fishing for him to be like, well, she did kind of come on to me, because in reality, any adult should know that that type of contact is inappropriate with a child or whatever. But I really quick just want to say that this all stems from a 5th grade student at Castle Creek Elementary who told her friends that Julio Soto was her favorite teacher because he allegedly tickled her and touched her chest. He said, I am not a pervert. He told detectives, if I wanted to cop a feel or whatever, why would I do it with the student? Detectives later asked Soto why the girl started having trouble in school. We kind of heard a little bit of that. But the part that I want to point out is he denied even tickling the students, period. But he had stated so in the interrogation. But he completely denied tickling them at all. And he was also accused of tickling a child 2 years prior to this. Now, this case stems from 2019. Obviously, we're in 2021. That's why I was looking for some type of closure or whatever. But Soto is now asking that the judge allow him to go to South Korea to serve in the military. I just found that was just crazy as hell. This man should not get any type of privileges, period, because like he's having inappropriate action with children. Like he's a teacher. Like I'm just saying, like I don't know how somebody, you know what I mean, is allowed to just be in the military. He should already been kicked out of the military because this type of crime, if he doing this over, you know, seas or whatever, you know what I mean? I've documented where molestations have happened by U.S. military, you know, personnel, while fighting in the war. They're over there raping other, you know what I'm saying, soldiers on their side, or raping children, you know what I mean, when they're supposed to be allegedly there to help out. Now, obviously, that's not for all of them. My dad fought in wars and stuff like that, but it's just like, you know, still, I'm just wondering, even if, let's say the judge said, yeah, you can go over there, but wouldn't he then possibly do this to somebody's child in a village or whatever? I don't know. I'm just saying, it's weird.
She's saying stuff to you. Maybe she's commenting to you.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all possible?
No.
Okay. So these kids who are telling me that you're making comments about their bodies, multiple kids are lying, multiple kids are telling me that, you know, that you've reached and you've touched them in inappropriate places. Those kids are lying.
I'm glad that I should have watched the whole thing. I wish I could have, but so there's other children saying that as well.
This child who says that you are her favorite teacher in the world is telling me that you have touched her, and now she's lying. So it's the world against you.
I'm just telling you what I know.
So
No, but you're not.
Yes, ma'am.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
And there are several students who tell us that you always say, hey, I'm going to try to find your tickle spot. Are they lying?
But
Yeah,
I don't.
honest.
But
Is that
I,
what you're
if I say that stuff, it's not to be inappropriate.
Okay, so when you touch or tickle your students, where do you touch or tickle them?
Like shoulder.
But the shoulder's not a tickle spot. If you poke my shoulder, I would tickle.
I'm not going to touch any place else.
Have you ever touched a student in their stomach and tried to tickle them?
In the stomach, no.
Like, how about their ribs, the rib cage?
No.
Now we're running into another problem, because the students that are saying that you have tickled them but you haven't touched them in any other inappropriate place are saying that you tickled their ribs. So
again, that could have been like what you said earlier. They could have turned. I don't know. I don't remember those particular moments. They could have turned. They could have. I don't know.
You have kids.
Yes.
How many?
3.
When you tickle a kid, do you tickle on the shoulder?
No, I took it on the arm.
Okay, well, why would that change when you're at school if you're trying to tickle a kid to make them laugh? Every parent knows,
Right.
like, we don't just tickle the shoulder. You're burning a candle at two ends.
No,
It's just burning down, I'm telling you.
You're not understanding what...
No, I am understanding. I'm understanding what I'm being told by multiple people,
Mm-hmm.
and what my facts in my case are showing.
But I'm not doing it to hurting.
I'm not. See, now I'm starting to think that maybe you aren't who you're presenting to me. And I don't like that. It makes me extremely uneasy with you. But I don't understand, and I can't understand why this is so difficult. I'm not accusing you of doing anything to harm this girl.
Right.
I am not accusing you of any violent action. I'm simply asking you, Julio, did you touch on her chest when she was in your room?
And I said no.
Okay. I don't think that you're telling me the truth.
Why would I lie knowing I could lose my license? I could probably go to jail, hopefully not go to jail.
Keep it on.
Keep everything. I have...
Julio, can I ask you something?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a few minutes ago, I asked you a very specific question. Julio, did you touch on her chest? And you know what you answered me?
No.
You answered me yes.
Not the
You
yes.
just answered me yes.
I touched her
and
arm.
then I started talking again, and then you said no.
Yeah, I touched her arm.
What kind of... You want to tell me the truth, so tell me.
I'm telling you the truth. If I had, I wish I could tell you.
Wish you could what? Swear on the Bible?
Yeah, or anything.
We don't want
I
the
know.
to burn down. We need you to tell the truth.
Oh my gosh.
I want to know what happened in that room. If it's what perceived and what actually happened, those may be two different things.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to know why her perception is so drastically different from your story.
Mm-hmm. I can't tell you. There's nothing to tell you.
You can't tell me
because
or
there's
you
nothing,
won't
no,
tell
there's
me,
nothing to
because
tell
those are
you.
two very
I told you
different things.
exactly what happened.
So why is everything pointing against you?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just too nice. But I don't know.
I don't know
I'm
that
not
it's
lying
that
to you
you're
folks.
too nice.
I'm not lying to you folks.
I think that you're...
I'm not a pervert. I'm not anything. I don't know.
We didn't
Because-
call you any of that.
But I feel like it because, because those kids, boy or girl, doesn't matter. My daughter's almost the same age, just a little bit older.
And the fact that he keeps saying it like that, boy or girl, doesn't matter. Not him, but him makes me feel like he touched boys too.
I wouldn't want anybody to touch my daughter the same way too.
Sure.
I'm not trying to do anything inappropriate or to get me in trouble on purpose or anything like that.
How would you feel if somebody tickled
What? On purpose? Why would he try to get himself on trouble on purpose? What?
your daughter?
I know.
I'm asking.
The same way.
The same way as what?
And I think he wouldn't care if somebody touched his daughter or whatever because he already beat them to the punch. In reality, because any father that could just molest another child probably molested their child.
Be upset and everything.
If somebody tickled your daughter in school, you'd be upset?
Yeah.
So why do you feel like you can do it?
But I don't.
Why do you feel like you can do it?
But I don't do it to
Why do you feel like you can do it? Is the question. I'm not asking for a justification. I'm asking why do you feel like you can do it? If you would not be happy with the same behavior that you're exhibiting,
right.
Why can you do it and not other people?
But I'm not doing it to.
Well, neither are they. I'm not saying that they are either.
I told you I just made a mistake as far as being alone and not thinking. Should have brought a couple of kids up. We would not be here right now.
I also believe we would not be here right now, and we would have been done a lot sooner if we gotten the full truth.
And I agree.
I have no problem. To tell you the truth, I'm telling you exactly.
But you did. You did just a few minutes ago. I asked you if you touched her chest, and you said yes.
I don't remember that. I remember you asked me touching about her arm.
You remember at the beginning when we asked you about tickling and you just denied tickling straight out, and you finally told us you have tickled students?
But
you admitted
that part, Sweet D.
Because the word tickling, you're going by the word tickling. I'm doing this like almost like a poking.
A tickle is
but
a tickle is a tickle.
But I'm not tickling to be inappropriate to.
If your daughter was taken into the classroom by her teacher, who's a male, with nobody else in the room, how would you feel?
I'll be upset. I will go to the principal and talk to them.
About what, though? You're doing it. Why can't they?
Well, because I'll to find out why. Because all I was doing is trying to help. And yes, I made a bad judgment. Bring her by herself or not letting another teacher know. That's my fault. If they think, then I'm sorry. If they think I've overstepped my boundaries, I'm sorry, but that's not my intent.
What's not your intent?
To be inappropriate. I'm sorry.
What is your intent?
Just to cheer up, play around, try to be, I'm not happy. I don't like being mad all the time. I'm tired of being
I don't want you to go down a path you can't recover from. I don't want you to throw your life away. I am trying to help you.
I appreciate that.
Well, but do you with this opportunity that
Right,
I'm giving
but-
you? I'm rolling out this carpet and saying, Julio, please just be honest with me. Did
Right.
you touch on the chest? And we can all be done here.
Right.
So did it happen?
No, ma'am.
I don't think that's true. And I don't understand why you're not just telling me what happened.
You're painting yourself as a monster, and it is horrible. You got a wife and 3 kids, man. A house, a family. All these people who depend on you each and every day.
So why are we going down this path? Why? What is causing us to go down this path? Be honest with me. I'm almost hoping that you can recover from this tailspin that we've just entered, because all of these other people are saying all these things about you, and I'm trying very hard to follow you, and I can't, because I hear what they told me just today about you. And I don't know which Julio I'm talking to.
I'm talking.
Am I talking to Julio, who's going to be the monster?
No.
Or am I okay, so tell me then. Help me understand the Julio that made the mistake.
I wish I could. If I made a mistake, regardless
But
what
you
happened,
made a
if I lose
mistake.
my
It's not
job,
it's you did.
no, ma'am.
You did make a mistake when you commented about these girls, talked about their bodies. You did make a mistake when you reached out and you touched these students. You made a mistake. I get mistakes. I don't think you're a bad person. I don't want to think that about you.
I appreciate it.
I need you to help me, though.
If you didn't make a mistake, I don't think you would have self-reported. I honestly think you would have just continued to live your life and not told anybody. But you self-reported.
Yeah, because
You knew you made a mistake.
no, because we were told every time something happens with the police to let us know, regardless if nothing happens.
She didn't say you did anything.
I didn't ever accuse you of offending
No, not
anybody.
you personally, but you said you talked to them, and
Yeah, I talked to them, and they're telling me,
I'm sorry.
it's okay, that, Mr. Soto is making comments about my body. Mr. Soto is saying that I have a nice butt. More than one student said that, not just one, and more than one student heard it. I'm not making this up. I have all of them on recording saying all these things.
Right.
So why?
but
And they're not just girl
That-
students, they're boy students too.
Right.
And they don't
So
pay
that's
as
part
much
of
as
it,
no, they
Oh.
heard you make
Oh.
statements. So
can
why?
I ask you this? Even if I said this, is that
That's not a crime.
okay? Not that
So did you say it?
maybe, I don't know. I
Well,
honestly
I
don't
think
know,
you
ma'am.
did, but it's not a
I don't
crime
know.
to make
I don't know.
a comment. It's not a crime. So did you say it?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe and I don't know are two different things. Did you say it?
I don't know.
I think you do. I think you do know.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. Detective.
It's okay.
I don't know. I could have. I don't know.
You could have.
I could have.
Okay.
I just don't know.
So how
I don't know.
often will we make these statements?
If I do, it's blue moon.
Blue moon? Okay. So once a year, once a week, once a month, once every couple weeks?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Just whenever.
Is it only to particular students?
I don't know. Just whatever happens that day, I might try to. If they're sad or something, I might make a comment. If they're being goofy, I'll say, "Oh, you're goofy" or something like that.
Okay, so
You know,
what
make-
comments would you make if they're sad? Do you ever tell girls that they're pretty?
I told them cute.
They're cute?
Yeah, like that. Like if they dress up, they say, "Oh, you got your hair really nice and everything," whatever, But I don't like, "Oh, you're beautiful" and all this stuff.
No, I'm not saying that you're looking at them like swooning, like,
Yeah.
oh, you're so beautiful. Like,
No,
not
like we
like
had
that.
we had picture day 2 weeks ago, a couple weeks ago, and a couple of girls and boys don't really dress up too much. I only have one boy dressed up in like those fake ties, and I had a couple of girls dressed up like, "Oh, you look very nice today. You look, you got a dress on, your hair's all done. You look very nice." I didn't think that was good, did you?
It's not. You look very nice.
Right.
You look cute.
But I didn't say, "Oh, you look hot" or anything like that. I don't.
What about sexy? Have you
No.
ever described one of the girls as sexy?
No.
You ever sung a song and it had the word sexy in it at school?
No. The girl said I played a song Because we had a couple extra minutes. I played YouTube. And I said, okay, you guys play YouTube. Don't put anything that has, because it's not filtered. I said, don't put anything that there's a curse word or a bad word in it, because I'll get in trouble. And so they played a song, and it said sexy or something like that. And I was sitting at my desk, and they were all dancing, and I looked up. That's where that girl said I called her sexy. I didn't call her sexy. That the song played sexy. I looked up, and that's where, and I told my boss. I said, that's part of.
I even play a song talking about sexy this, sexy that with children, around children. That it's not like you the father and it just happened to come on the radio or something like that. Did he said he went to YouTube and deliberately put the song on.
Where she
That's crazy.
I did not say, because I'm at my desk, and they're all in the front of the TV monitor watching the YouTube video. And then that's sexy, and I caught my eye, like, and then they all looked at me and was like, oh, sorry, we forgot about this word. But I didn't, and I told Doc, just like I told, she happened to be right in front of me with the other two girls, and then,
Leo, we told you we watched the cameras, right?
Right.
For that day?
For where?
For school.
Right.
On the 13th. We told you we
No, I'm
watched
talking
the
about
cameras.
different, no, I'm talking about,
No, I
that
know,
was a different
but
thing.
we told you we watched the cameras, right? So we watched all of them.
Okay.
And are you aware that there are cameras in your classroom?
Yes.
You are aware of the cameras in your classroom?
That's what I was told.
I don't think he does.
Why are the cameras showing me what you're telling me?
I don't know.
You
Tell
don't
me.
know?
So she said, why is they showing me what? And then it was blanked out what the it was the victim's name, obviously because they're a child, you know what I mean?
If the camera is in
Wow.
your classroom and it's showing us what she told us, how don't you know?
Why can't you explain that to me?
I don't know.
Well, help me.
Sorry, I didn't say him again.
Also, what she's doing right here by invading his space, looking him in the eye, all that is it's a tactic. It's a very good one. She is good. Somebody had said that. She is very good.
Okay. Help me.
I'm not even for the flex.
Why is the camera showing these things? Help me.
I don't know.
You have to know either you did it or you didn't, and the camera
Yeah.
shows you did it.
The arm.
So tell me what happened, why you did it. Tell me why. I know it happened. I know it did. I watched it. Why?
Was it an accident?
I don't, no, nothing's, I mean, I don't do anything
It
for,
wasn't an accident.
to touch her.
Yeah.
If like I said, if I touched her, that I don't recollect, if I touch her, then it's an accident.
But you just said
This
it
was
wasn't.
not an accident. It wasn't. Leo, help me. I'm trying to do the best that I can for you, and I don't know why we're holding on to this. There are cameras in the classroom, you know about them. They're showing me what happened. Tell me. Just tell me.
Was it an accident?
Just tell me. I watched it happen.
B. Liddy said, bad cop looks like Inky.
Just tell me.
You're funny. Right.
I don't want you to
If I did it, it was an accident. This dude's full of shit.
be this.
I'm going to go to jail, no matter what.
And that's all he cares about. And that's why, you know what I mean? But he didn't care about that when he was doing that to that child. He very well knew that he shouldn't be having sexual contact with a child. And this is why this is also alarming, because not only was this dude a teacher, he was also in the military, which means that he was flying overseas or wherever in the fuck and, you know, had direct communication with other motherfuckers' kids, possibly. They're not always, you know what I mean? Bro, I'm saying, this is crazy.
You guys can,
But I
know how
want
it
to
works.
know what
I'm going to go to
happened.
jail right after this.
I want to know what happened. And I want to know why. I don't want you to worry about any of this other caca. I want you to tell me why. Because I want to be able to articulate why. I want to be able to say, Julio's a guy that made a mistake, and maybe he needs a little help. Maybe he needs some counseling.
Salute Tree Radio and Sister Soul Main. Radio, I like that. And Lola, shout out to y'all.
In jail?
Is jail counseling?
No, but
Is jail therapy? Julio, tell me what happened. Just tell me.
So now she's trying to reason with him. She got her hand on his shoulder. She got him, though. She got him.
I just watched it, and I just want to know what happened and why it happened. Tell me. Let me help you. I've been doing this for a little while. Let me help you. I'm trying to help you.
well, if you feel that I'm guilty, then
I didn't say you were guilty or innocent. I'm telling you what I'm being told, what I'm seeing with my own eyes, and tell me. You're a stand-up guy. You didn't try to run from us. You didn't try to fight us. And I don't think you wanted to hurt anybody. And I've made accidents. He's made accidents. We've all been in accidents. We've all done things that are stupid. I want you to tell me.
no matter what, I'm going to lose my career. I'm probably going to go to jail after tonight.
And when you hear words like that, that motherfucker did that shit. All he needed was some help. Yeah, she has a lot of patience. She definitely does.
Why are we stuck on that?
Because that's my whole future is teaching. I'm not going to ever. I'll get fired right after this. If I go to jail tonight, I'm going to be fired.
And you don't think you can make a positive outcome from something that is negative? Like I told you, you're a smart guy. And if you allow us to help you, it doesn't have to be the end-all, be-all.
And then I'm going to have a criminal record.
Julio.
And the military better kick your ass out. Continue.
People make mistakes every day.
And
if it happened, it happened.
Hey, John and Crazy.
We know it happened. We watched it happen. We're not here by mistake, and we're not here by accident, and everything is in God's plan. It's by His design. We are all sinners, and we are not all perfect.
Oh, I know.
We all fall short of the glory, man.
Tell us.
Can I have my lawyer? I'm not saying I'm
Okay,
into
no problem.
So he asked for his lawyer, okay? Now, like I said, I'm still trying to find out about this case, but they're saying that he had molested another child 2 years prior. So this case was from 2019. I don't know if it's like about to start going back to court again. I don't know. It seemed like shit kind of got dry with it until people started posting the interrogation. But I want to look into it a little bit more. And I was going to end there, but I'm like, fuck it. I don't want my overflow list to get too large. So let me find this other one. Okay. And while we're at it, we might as well show this one too. Let me, this is one of the situations that we'll be looking at as well. Coming up soon. Is okay. Now, this is a woman teacher. For those that say that I don't expose female predators, that is a lie. I do have videos up, are available of me exposing female predators. However, for certain reasons, I had to take some stuff down. It may go back up or whatever. I'll just have to fight through the false flags. But this one is pregnant teacher, 41, is charged after affair with a 15-year-old boy. Let's get it.
Miss Calvi, what do you have to say about the allegations against you? Did you sleep with a student, a former student, Miss Calvi? Whose child are you pregnant with?
Oh, I
Do you have anything to say?
I wish we could watch First 48. Yes, they would definitely block it and probably strike me or just suspend my live privileges or whatever. But yeah, that wouldn't be a good look. I wish we could, though. We could do like watch parties, though, where like we look at stuff, but it's not live. That would be the only way they would be able to do it.
Hey, the victim. Anything you'd like to say, sir? Miss Calvi, what do you have to say about the allegations against you? Did you sleep with a student, a former student, Miss Calvi? Whose child are you pregnant with? Do you have anything to say to the victim? Anything you'd like to say, sir?
So I noticed that it played twice. That's fine, but I do have more on that. I just I'll probably do that another day. I do want to hold on, let me refresh this because I have some things. Okay, so got another one. We might as well get off the table, right? This one by KHOU 11. Police discuss arrest of suspect accused of raping and robbing a woman in Memorial Park. I also have another one. I don't know if it's the same case, but I just grabbed them. Anytime I see certain keywords like rape, molest, I just automatically grab them and then just put them in a playlist and stuff like that. But let me go back to this. Okay, let me see. So this is kind of like a press conference. Like I said with the other, that lady or whatever, the 41-year-old predator, we gonna get to her. I don't even want to call her a lady for real, but I'm gonna keep it gangsta during this live stream. But yeah, so we gonna be looking into that more. I do have a few other clips, but I can't remember where I exactly put them because I have a few overflow playlists. That's what I call them, and I kind of got to look through them. So anyway, we're gonna take a look at this raping and robbing situation of this woman in Memorial Park, and this is in Houston. I hope y'all can hear it.
My name is Lee Kahn. I'm the commander over the Special Victims Division. I have with me today Commander Ron Borza with the Major Offenders Division to my right, and Detective Ramon Garcia.
I do apologize. There's only like one sound side of audio, I think.
To my left, he is assigned to the Adult Sex Crimes Unit. We are here today to update you on the sexual assault case that occurred at Memorial Park on September the 29th at 11:30 p.m. This case came to us the next morning from Patrol, Central Patrol, and it was great collaboration between all the divisions to get the case started. And Detective Garcia quickly worked on getting the videos and photos out there so we can put a Crime Stopper bulletin out there. After that, it was a matter of working with Central Patrol, further with Northwest Crime Suppression Team and the Major Offenders Division when we were able to locate the vehicle. Also, after the warrants were filed, I contacted Commander Borza and had his team to start locating the suspect. And I will let Commander Borza update you on the arrest of the suspect, which happened today around noon. And we are at the Police and Police Department are very proud that this occurred quickly so that we can put a bad actor behind bars.
A bad actor? Y'all hear that? She just said that. Hold on.
Actor behind bars, which happened today around noon. And we are at the Police and Police Department are very proud that this occurred quickly so that we can put a bad actor behind bars.
She said a bad actor.
Good afternoon. I'm Commander Ron Borza, Houston Police Department, Major Offenders Division. Last week, Commander Khan called me about this suspect, and one of the units that's under me is the Criminal Apprehension Team, which goes by CAT. They serve fugitive warrants. After doing some investigative work And working with the FBI, we were able to get a good tip on where he was. And we went out to Rosenberg, a rural area in Rosenberg, and the suspect was in the house. We convinced him to come out without incident, and he was put in custody around noon today. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. A DPS assisted us along with the FBI, gave us the intel. DPS assisted us with the arrest.
Yes. Hello, I'm Detective Garcia from the Adult Sex Crime, HPD. I'm the lead detective in this case. It's been a long 20 plus days that we work every day, long hours. And I'm very proud of HPD and my division in collaboration with Mayor's Offenders. And so today, I got a phone call from Mayor's Offenders that they have the suspect in custody, detained. He was brought up here, and we were able to interview him, and now he's on his way to JPC, which is the Harris County Jail. That's what I have right now for you.
Any questions for Detective Garcia? Detective, can you talk about your interview with the suspect? Just did he confess? Did he say anything? What was his demeanor like?
Well, I will tell you this. I'm not going to get too details because it's still an investigation. It's ongoing. What I can tell you was it was a good interview. We were able to talk to him for a while, and he confessed that he robbed the victim, okay, and that he does some theft.
I agree. These people are way too chill, laid back, and all that. And I've always had my eye on Houston Police Department anyway because they are just big failures
On the city.
in my book.
It was very positive interaction between myself and him, where we were able to talk about more details, where probably in the future we'll know more.
So you
Right, that part. A good interview. What is a good interview when you're dealing with a rapist?
priors, so that's how you guys got it, or how did you get it over?
Say it again, what was it?
Did he have some priors? That's why.
Houston, we have a problem. Facts.
Yes, it was a tip, and we at the beginning of the investigation, it was for the vehicle he was driving. There was very distinct clues that the victim was able to tell us, and myself and another detective, we went in the middle of the night, and we found the vehicle, and everything started unfolding after that. And that's how we got to him. And with the help of the community as well, there was a tip that helped us.
Now, also, I heard you say that he had confessed to other thefts. Is it possible that there could be other sexual assault victims out there as well in relation to this?
We don't know yet that he did not confess about possible another sexual assault victims. Okay, but I encourage the citizens of Houston, if there's more victims out there, to call us, and that way we can investigate further.
Did he confess to the sexual assault as well, or just the robbery?
He did not. He did not. He did not.
And have you had a chance to talk to the victim since the arrest and share the news with her, and if so, what was her?
No, she will be watching the news, and you'll tell her for now, and then later I will tell her. Yes.
So you didn't even tell the victim that you had caught the perpetrator? That's weird and rude, I would say. As a survivor, I feel like that would be rude for the detectives in the case to address the public about my case before you've even talked to me and let me know that this man that brutally attacked me and raped me, robbed me, is arrested. I think the victim needs to know that, like, ASAP. Should have been the first person before you came up here. This is very odd to me. The whole actor situation, the way that this dude is acting, the way that he just said this was a good interview, and he's just so nonchalant about everything. I don't know. That's weird.
How much of a relief is it for you to have this guy behind you?
Like I said, I'm very proud of HPD and the adult sex crime unit. It's a good relief.
Boy,
because,
bye.
The work that you put on and that you help the victims.
Dane Calloway, if that's really you, I've always shouted you out for that. Nobody stole that shit from you.
And make the city safer.
But the key here was the victim gives you a good description.
Very good. My victim was my victim
Weird
is
shit.
very good. Yes.
So do you think Spur acted alone, or are there other suspects or charges possible?
In my case, he acted alone.
What are the next steps in this investigation?
Well,
Nah,
then,
don't delete him out of here. Don't do
the
that.
Attorney will be able to get all the evidence that I have, that our department has.
I mean, he does have a check by his name, but if you feel like I'm stole something from him, like, wow. I actually heard that before you had said that. So I don't know how your attorneys, but that's fine if you feel like you need to do that, Dane. That's definitely fine, because I can also show your attorneys where that has been used before you had even said it. But I also always gave you props and everything like that. But it's fine. It's real fine.
And
wow.
work with them. And if any of the other victims come forward, we're ready to investigate. We're here for them.
Do they need to call any special number or anything?
They can call 713-308-1193. That's my line. And related to my case.
One more I had written down. Can you walk us through just the nature of the tip? Was this through Crime Stoppers, or how did it come to you? And can you kind of connect the dots for me from finding the vehicle, I believe it was in an apartment complex,
Correct,
to actually tracking them down?
And Dane, I don't know how you expect me to remove. This is weird. This is really weird. It really is. But yeah. Wow. Okay. You don't own words, sir. Sorry, you don't. And yeah, I guess I'll be unsubscribing from you. I don't drop down, you know what I'm saying, in your thing, but I definitely watch your videos on a regular basis. So, somebody that shot you out for the saying shot your workout, I guess you didn't see those videos either, did you? But that hashtag is in pretty much all of my videos, and it has been for years, and it's just really odd that you're just now finding out about it. Because I've been on YouTube since 2016. I'm just saying. Dane, if you're still there, weigh in, you know?
Yes, it was when we got the vehicle, we start, of course, we run the vehicle. We got some information out of that. Later, we got from the crime analysis, we started getting tips. Okay, one of those tips was that he was hiding in Rosenberg. Okay, and the tip mentioned his name, which we already have information that will lead us to believe that was him.
So it was a tip that somebody called into the FBI, or was it?
Crime Stoppers,
The Crime Stoppers.
yes.
But today's arrest was not the Crime Stoppers.
Yeah, it wasn't, yes, make clear that, yeah. Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Any other questions before we do Spanish for either of the commanders or the detective? Okay. Anybody want to ask Spanish? Yeah, we're taking it for full, so yes.
And I guess you believe you own We Are Royalty too, right? Correct? I'm just saying.
Sí, bueno, yo soy el detective García de la
Pretty
policía de
weird.
Houston, en la unidad de asalto al...
Okay, like I said, I'll just be done with fucking with you, period. Because you don't own the words, period. You do not own We Are Royalty. If you claim that you own We Are The Glitch, fine, cool. But I've also heard other YouTubers using that as well. And there's even shirts with it made. So it looks like you got a little bit of work to do or whatever. But yeah, don't worry about it. I'll be unsubscribing. Don't trip. Because it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm not claiming to be you. I once supported you until right now. So thank you for just stating your claim. It's good.
Mujeres y a
With
los
that said,
hombres. Aquí estamos para investigando este caso, casi 20 días o más. Y
He must be cool with Polite too. You know what I mean? These niggas come all out of the woodwork, you know, riding with their predator ass homeboys and shit. What would be his reason after 5 years of me having all this in my videos and all this and that, right? For him to come fuck with me now. All right, Dane. Your wish is granted. You can have your little shit or whatever. It doesn't matter. Period.
Fue una colaboración de la
But you don't own We Are the Truth, baby. That you do not. That you do not.
Policía de Houston con el DPS.
So under my videos, right, it says, I'm just here to make you think. I guess that's what he claims that he owns or whatever. That's really weird because that's just some words in reality, because he does not own I Am the Glitch, nor does he... Hold on, we're gonna switch the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This nigga is crazy, okay? And I feel like just leaving it up, because at this point, you don't own the words, period. But let me show y'all what this nigga is complaining about, okay? And I'm so glad that, you know, he made himself known as being a fucking weirdo to some point. Like, it's just weird. It's random. So as you see right here, it says, I am just here to make you think. I'm just here to make you think, right? He claims that he owns I'm just here to make you think. However, I am the glitch and we are royalty. You know what I'm saying? These are words. This is a sentence. So fuck you and your attorney. Now I'm not doing shit. Fuck that nigga. Period. The fuck? Have your attorney contact me and get treated as well. Good luck. Okay? Hold on, let me get back to where we was at now. Because niggas always want to come in here and fuck shit up. Shit is very weird. It's not a matter of opinion. It's a sentence in reality. It's a sentence. So you're going to sue me for a sentence? Okay. Wow. Right. Kick rocks, nigga. I'm gonna sue you. The fuck? Right. That's how you know the nigga bluffing. Period. Point blank. And then again, after, okay, because I've only had these channels that I have now for probably about like 3-4 years or something like that, even though they were, you know, when you make a channel or whatever, that doesn't mean that you started posting content on that day. You feel what I'm saying? So I've been using that. It's not, it's a sentence. Like, do we need to look at it again? Why is this nigga so offended, bro? I'm just here to make you think. I am just here to make people think. He's not the first person. He did not make, I'm just here to make you think. He didn't make the sentence. None of that. Like, what is this nigga talking about? Period. And then you sweating somebody? Like, you see what I'm doing, bro? I'm not up here just fucking around and shit, nigga. Period. So now, fuck you and what you claim to own. Because you don't own none of that other shit either. Like, fuck you, nigga. Like, dude's weird as hell. Now, I'm good. I'm just going to make sure that I unsubscribe from all my channels that was subscribed to him. Finna do that shit right now. Goofy ass nigga. Right. Why he ain't blow his gun? Why you even come and say anything if that was the case? You don't own shit. I'm just here to make you think. You own the website, sir, but you do not. Hold on. You own the website. You own the website, but it is not I'm here to make you think.com. It's a sentence. Look at this nigga. Bro, sweating me and shit. All right, they just speaking in Spanish, so hold on. This nigga crazy as hell.
Robo y agravado a kidnapping. Okay.
I swear.
Secuestro. Okay.
That's what he claimed.
Vamos a esperar que si tenemos otras víctimas que nos ayuden, que llamen a la policía de Houston para que lo podamos ayudar y cualquier otro caso que esté.
Exactly.
Que este señor allá.
Before I take any illegal action. Bro, I feel like fuck this whole thing now. Because I just want to talk shit about this nigga. Like, period. Like, nigga, who in the fuck do you think you are, bro? You do not own a sentence. Good luck. And then after 5 years, like, nigga, where the fuck is your attorney's antennas at after 5 years that I've been using that shit? The fuck? As a sentence. Oh my God, bro.
Sí,
This
él
nigga.
confesó con el robo, confesó que estaba allí.
Exactly.
Donde pasó el incidente.
Exactly. So now I'm just gonna leave it up. Now he could just have his attorney contact my attorney because, bro, like, what? Hold on, let's get through this before I just get to talking cash shit. I was gonna show another one, but now I just want to roast and gag. You feel what I'm saying? See why Queen gets into shit. Because motherfuckers come fucking with me, bro.
Confesó que la asaltó sexualmente.
Facts. They slow as fuck. Oh, and also might I add that my channels, the channels that were removed, right, from YouTube had nothing to do with no Dane Calloway and no motherfucking sentence, okay? I'm just here to make you think. I'm not using the .com. So, what? See how these niggas roll, bro. Just the hate is so real. I know you mad, baby.
Pude hablar con él y él está cooperando con la investigación. Yes. That was it. That was it. It was only that because the circumstances took us over there. And when I say that, is based on my complainant wasn't here in Houston. Okay, the victim wasn't here in Houston. So we had to show her photo array. And that's how the San Jose, California Police Department was involved. And it was that only. Yeah.
Is she from California? Or
No, she's from Houston. Okay. She's from Houston.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Now I was gonna play another one, but now it's just like, nigga, Dane, you know you that's crazy. That's crazy. Because you literally trying to claim a fucking sentence that is in all of my videos and it's been. And you can see it from my videos. Like, so your attorneys, sir, are weak as hell because it's been 5 years, my nigga. Like, what the fuck you mad about? Period. Period. How you own this? How you own a sentence? I'm just here to make you think. Bruh, you don't own that. I've heard several people use those words. Period. This what this nigga mad about, y'all. The I'm just here to make you think. Not the rest of it. Because he is not the glitch and he is not royalty. Clearly. Correct? That bitch ass nigga disliked my fucking shit. Now, nigga, I'm going to tell you how I really feel about you and your bullshit. See, I think that in reality, it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I used those words. I think that in reality, you support certain shit. Maybe you're a predator, right? Because why would you come into my shit 5 years later, right? Damn, that's crazy. That's real crazy. I thought that your work was great, but I would never feel the need to steal anything from you. And I don't know how you steal a sentence in reality. See, bitch ass nigga, if I had used I am the truth at gmail.com, right? Then that would be stealing from you or using your shit. And then you would have a right to come in here and claim, you know, that you're going to sue me or whatever. But bring your attorneys on. Let's get it. Period. You can't sue me for using a sentence, especially not the way that it was used in there. Let's take a look at that again. This nigga is retarded. And clearly your attorneys are retarded too if they even try that shit. I'm just here to make you think. This nigga think that he owns those words. Do you see that there's spaces in here? I tell my kids that all the time. I'm just here to make you think. So you gonna sue me for using what, bro? And like I said, I've heard it used way before you even used it, my nigga. So who really own it? Like, I don't care that you paid for the website and all this and that. That don't mean shit. I'm not using it in that context. So nigga, try that shit with somebody else. I'm just saying. But it just showed me like what's up, because you definitely like it's just weird. Like, why now? Why is he in here now worrying about me using the sentence, I'm just here to make you think? Okay? Now, let's go to his channel, right? And we'll see why this nigga's so perturbed. I don't even think that he has, you know, fuck your exclusive content or whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of people that have exposed you as well, so maybe I'll just join that team. But I'm just here to make you think.com. Now, the way that I was using it is not the same. You own I'm just here to make you think.com. You don't own that sentence, sir. Period. I don't know what I don't know how you need help with this, sir. Like, that's just really weird to me. Period. It really is weird to me that you're claiming that you own I'm just here to make you think as a sentence. So nobody in this motherfucker say I'm just here to make you think, because he gonna sue you too, right? Thank you. I will. And also, maybe we should go after you for your sources, since you claim to know everything. See, Dane Calloway is the nigga that claims that, like, he made everything and then was reincarnated to be here now and tell you now, you know what I'm saying, that he owns everything. Bottle of the barrel ass nigga, desperate for money. I promise you. Did Clyde send his ass? It's kind of weird. Or did Sonetta send him? Or was it Polite? The fact that I drag Polite? Or is it just the fact that I go after pedophiles, period? Because for you to jump that fucking far, this is a sentence. I'm just here to make you think. I'm just saying, it's really weird how somebody would claim that they own that. I am just here to make them think. My people do not have to agree totally with me. Nigga, I done said I'm just here to make you think before YouTube was even ever in this motherfucker. So I guess you're going to sue me for all the times that I've said that sentence or anything like that. That's just weird. Like, nigga, you didn't create shit in reality. You found a catchy little phrase, a quote, and you made it a .com. I'm not using your .com, sir. And I was supporting your little bum ass, but now I'm not, because I'm good. That's just how I feel. Like, period. Thank you for coming in here and threatening to sue me, but let's go. Let's get it. Oh, from those guys years ago? Okay, so Sis is saying, Sister Soul said, Sis, check out Aboriginal Power and Aboriginal TV. They are better, they have better info than him on Aboriginal information, for real, for real. And that he got his information from them. Wow. So now I'm going to be researching you, Dane Calloway. Thank you for stepping up after 5 years to let me know that you have a problem with me using a sentence, which is also happens to be what? Your website or whatever? I guess I was premeditated or whatever. Did I claim to be you? Okay, I'm definitely not you, okay? Because we definitely look way different. And I'm just saying, like, it's just really weird. It's really weird. It just really is. I'm sorry. And the way that motherfuckers try to attack me on this bitch, you know, it's just weird or whatever. Let me see. Maybe we'll get done with the other one, because I'm not going to let that stupid ass nigga deter me from shit. And, you know, let your attorneys have a fun time trying to, you know, sue me for using a sentence. That means we can't even talk in this motherfucker, because somebody gonna claim that they own everything. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers claim they own the sun and the moon and the stars and all that, right? But now we can't even talk. Them words, Cash App, that's probably copywritten, and we gonna get sued for using it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Stop playing with me. It shows that you are a broke ass, bum ass nigga. And in reality, in some of my videos, I took up for you when motherfuckers was going at you or whatever. But, you know, I regret those words now because now I see you're a piece of shit. Anyway, now we're gonna look at this video before we get out of here. It says investigators share details on suspect arrested after Allen ISD teen kidnapped and sexually assaulted. So this is a clearly different case from the other one. However, it is also coming out of Houston. So let's take a look at it. And I just cut off the little beginning. You know how they tell you like the live stream will start shortly or whatever while they get set up. So we ain't missed nothing. Is he just gonna stare at us? Okay.
You guys ready? I'm Lieutenant Jeff Mink, Criminal Investigations Division, Brazoria County Sheriff's Department. Today we're releasing news that we caught the actor, the suspect in the
It could be Tomas.
kidnapping.
I mean, he got a lot of subs and shit. You know what I mean? But, I mean, it seems like he's regurgitating from what the sister said. He regurgitating them other people's information and stuff like that. And even before that, like I said, a nigga like Dane Calloway would claim to own the clothes on your back type of shit. So, I'm just glad after 5 years and shit. You know what I mean?
And sexual assault.
I'm finding out what's good.
That happened in Alvin on the afternoon of October 19th. Our press release that went out on Wednesday, within 2.5 hours, we had a citizen call in a tip, which led us to the suspect. We located him. He had a current warrant for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, family violence out of Beeville PD.
Wow.
He was arrested on that warrant. We executed a search warrant on his residence where we collected evidence linking him to the abduction and sexual assault. It wouldn't have been possible without the public, Alvin Police Department, Alvin ISD PD, and especially forensic artist Kristen Hale with Houston Police Department who put together the composite sketch. Pearland Police Department and especially the public. Without the public and without that tip, we wouldn't have been able to resolve this case as quickly as we did. We are asking that anybody that has any dealings with this individual or had any prior or any dealings of this type, please contact us. You can contact us anonymously through our app. We have a Brazoria County Sheriff's Department phone app. You can submit tips. You can get updates on cases as this progresses. And this case is still under active investigation. At this point, if you guys have any questions.
Did Mr. Roscoe make any comment?
He did not. He did not answer any questions. Declined any questioning.
Was he arrested without incident?
Arrest without incident.
How was his demeanor?
Quiet.
I'm sorry. I hope you guys can hear it because this clip seems pretty low. Sometimes these news people's like video quality or audio is trash.
He did not say anything on scene or in transport.
And just to clarify, there was evidence found linking him directly to the crime inside the home, is that correct?
Correct.
And I know we briefly spoke about young victims in this case. Do you mind elaborating just, how her testimony is really vital in this case?
Her ability to recall the details, the travel, we were able to validate just about everything that she said through surveillance video. Without that, we wouldn't have got as far as we had either.
Do you consider her very lucky in some ways? Obviously, what happened to her was awful, but the way it ended.
Absolutely. it could have ended a lot worse.
So I know he has a record since 2002. Why is he on the streets?
That we're not going to get into that part of it. We're talking about this case at this point.
I know that he had told the victim that he was law enforcement. Does that still stand true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there going to be a charge against him for presenting as law enforcement?
It's being looked at. Right now we have him on the 2 charges, one aggravated kidnapping and aggravated sexual assault. This is not the end of the case. There could be additional charges as the investigation progresses.
Alvin, ISD, to your knowledge, have?
No, they do not.
It was a key that we were talking about. I mean, it was a frustration and it was really bad thing that happened to this young lady. How critical was that she overcame to that, what happened to her, to you guys?
I'm not going to get in on the victim's mind state. All I can say is she is a strong young lady, and without her keeping a level head through it and getting those details, we wouldn't have gotten as far as we did.
How was he identified?
Through a tip that got called in.
Yeah, how did they identify him?
The tip, we got surveillance video from the tipster, who gave us a name that got us to, he's a registered sex offender with our agency. At that point, we were able to pull his mugshot, which matched the composite.
This is why they need to be more serious about these sex offenders. He just said that dude was already a registered sex offender.
Was released in the press release.
Why is he out able to violate another child, another person? Period.
When we executed the warrant, all of the markings, the descriptors that the victim gave matched.
He has a
Forearm tattoo, left forearm.
And the arrest happened today or last night?
He was arrested last night. The 2 charges from our agency were added today. He was arrested last night on the Beeville warrant, felony warrant.
Previous sexual offenses.
Yes, sir. He's currently on the sex offender registry program.
And now, we've both been in the community today where a lot of people were still looking for their surveillance video. A lot of people were on alert. What would you tell the community if you had one message that you hope really resonates with them today?
If you live around the schools, please look at your surveillance video. Look at your ring video. If you see this vehicle or this suspect, please share that video with us. There could potentially be additional victims. We hope they're not, but any information, any video, we would like to get our hands on that.
Where was he found, area-wise? Alvin?
Rosharon.
Rosharon?
That is at the registry address.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. En Spanish, please.
Thank you so much.
En español, por favor.
A ver cómo le hacemos.
Okay. Primeramente, por favor, su nombre.
Yo soy el investigador Aguilar con el Departamento de Sheriff
All
del
right, we
Condado de
can
Versoria.
fast forward through all that.
Estamos aquí hoy en recado el sospechoso.
All right, that looks like the end of the address because he's just gonna speak it in Spanish whole time. That's they be doing down there, whatever. But yeah, that shit was crazy as hell as well. I'm glad that I got a couple of them off of like my overflow list. We gonna have to definitely come back and address some of the other because I don't want them to pile up too much. Yeah, but yeah, fumbling and stumbling over their words, that's facts. I just feel like Houston, like their cops suck down there. I've covered several cases where they just dropped the ball several times and They do seem very sketchy. I even covered a case where one of the sheriffs was basically like he was parking his car by the bar, right? And then he would wait for a woman to come out drunk, and then he would pull her over, put him in her in his car, or just like rape her in her car or whatever. It was really fucked up. And this was going on up under their nose, and they acted like they didn't know shit or nothing like that. Then, of course, the Malia Davis case and other cases like Emmanuel Thomas's son. He is the Supreme General of the New Black Panthers, a very close friend of mine. I've interviewed him several times, but he was dealing with a situation with the police out there because his son was murdered. And they not only failed, they left his body on the ground way too long. It was just fucked up. But they ended up arresting somebody and then letting him go without needing to even pay bail, and then ultimately drop the charges. So I've been looking at them for a while because just their practices are fucked up. You know what I mean? Yes, I do have some missing child alerts. Thank you for letting me know. Let me get over there. All right, let me... so we can look at this really quick. Where am I at? Okay, Queenstown. All right. So, of course, I had shared some of the lives that I've been looking at. I leave them up there for a while, depends or whatever. But this one, okay, I will. So this is Jasmine Robinson, went missing on 2/18/2019 from Archer, Florida. She also was pregnant. I believe it had to say was pregnant because now it's 2021. But if you have, please contact her family if you have any tips. And that number to call is 352-214-5375 or 532-872-4464. And that's if you've seen her. I hope you guys can see this, right? Okay, let me make it bigger so you guys can like really see her facial features and stuff. Because we're not playing. We're trying to like find these people. So let me see. Do I have to go out? Okay. So this is Jasmine Robinson. Just a good look at her face. There was 2 other ones as well, if I'm not mistaken, that I posted. All right. So this one is out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Mount Airy. Says missing. I believe this child's name is Quadar Williamson. If you have any information on Quadar's whereabouts, call the Northwest Detectives Division at 215-686-3353, or dial 911. Last seen October 21st, 2021 in Pennsylvania, Mount Arney area around 7:45 a.m. on the 300 block of Glen Echo Road. Quadar has just turned 11. That's so sad. And her height is 5'5", and she's approximately 125 pounds, dark complexion, brown eyes, black braided, locked hair. She was last seen wearing black pants, a black shirt, blue hoodie, and black sneakers. She was wearing her glasses when she went missing. Quadar was said to be on her way to Houston Elementary School. Why does Houston just keep coming? What? Or is that... okay, no. So this is in Pennsylvania. Right when I seen Houston, I got triggered again. But the fact that, Houston is in it, fuck Houston. Police department. Anyway, salute to anybody that lives in Houston. I have several people that... I have friends that are from Houston and people that watch my channel from Houston as well. But where she attended school at this Houston Elementary School, but she never arrived that morning. So if you have seen this child, Hope you guys can see this good. Anyway, if you want a better look, you can go to my community tab page on the channel with 4,000 subs. Shout out to my subscribers as well. Now, this one is missing since October from Bailey Avenue in Buffalo, New York. Durante Owens, it looks like. I be butchering names, not on purpose. So the spelling of the name is Derente. Owens is the last name. Missing since October 2021. Last seen in Buffalo, New York. Is 24, is 5'6", does weigh 110 pounds. This says, I don't know if that's the actual weight, if this person is sick or just small. But regardless, if you have seen Durante or know information on his whereabouts, please call 911. And this is by New York, so WNY missing and unidentified at yahoo.com. And, you know, this is the network right there. So what I'll be doing is when I do find these type of notices or whatever, and somebody is being reported missing, I almost said stolen. Basically, it's stolen. Yeah, they do. They really do. I agree. I agree with you totally. Shout out to you and Emmanuel up in here. It is really sad. It definitely is. So if you've seen this mail right here, you know, please get them some help. You know what I mean? Because these people are missing. There's a lot of others. I just click back into it. I've been kind of joining groups here and there where the topic is missing persons. I think that we all kind of should, because a lot of our people are missing. You know what I mean? When you look at it, the way that the information man had shed light on it and stuff like that, I think he did a really good job. But also, it just kind of woke something up in me. And then it's just crazy how my niece went missing not too long after that. But if you are not aware of the update, her and her son are doing fine, and they are together. And she is not in Atlanta anymore. So they're back together. They've been reunited. She has custody back of him. And that is that. I guess they dropped the charges, which was really weird. But shout out to Sister Nandy and Sister Noble, One Community, for having my back in that situation. Somebody was a smart ass and said under one of my videos, like, oh, I heard what you do for a living, and, you know, I would have thought that you would have put all your resources. It's different. What I do for a living, I'm not paying out of pocket for. So if I travel, I'm not paying out of pocket. My agency pays for that. So, and then also, where do you go when you don't know where the person is really missing? At that time that my niece was missing, like where I came up and talked about it and everything, it had already been over 2 weeks. So there was definitely a thought that she could have been removed from that situation, or just not even in the state to begin with. But I guess this person wanted me to just spend my money recklessly and go places that I wasn't aware of. We still got to the bottom of the problem. We found out where she was. She's fine. Not a hair on her head was touched. And that is that. So I don't know why. Like, it just seemed like motherfuckers come to me with the pettiest of shit. Like, motherfucker, get your life together. Emmanuel, if you don't know, Dane Calloway just came in here and threatened to sue me for using the sentence, I'm just here to make you think. So, I might just leave it. But I also might just be a smartass, and instead of I'm just here to make you think, I might change it to I'm only here to make you think. Since this nigga thinks it's appropriate to fuck with me about, you know, because he has a website called I am just here to make you think.com or whatever. But in the way that it was put on my page, it's a sentence. So now I guess he claims to own a sentence. I kind of want to be like, fuck that nigga, let his attorney contact me, because I don't believe it. And second, you can't sue somebody for using a sentence. I did not use his, you know what I'm saying, his website. I didn't word it like that. And it's a sentence. But I just wanted to let you know about that. I agree. They do need cameras at school bus stops. There was a child out here. I talked about this a little bit probably like a year and a half ago or whatever, but there was a child that went to the bus stop, and the mom had dropped the child off a little bit earlier because she had to go to work early or something. I can't remember exactly what the story was, but long story short, while the child was at the bus stop, a man that lived on the street went outside, grabbed the little girl, and raped her in the bushes or something like that. Yeah, it was in the bushes. And you know, he's in jail and stuff like that, but that's just so scary, you know what I mean? It's just really crazy, but you gotta, you know, protect your children at the bus stop, or, you know, at least instill in them, you know what I mean, proper safety. I'm just saying, especially when they're really young. I mean, kids can get stole at any age though, for real, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying that it definitely can't happen, but yeah, so that's kind of like all I had today or whatever. I did find that Brother Polite song, but I don't know if I want to play it because I don't know if it's copywritten. You know what I'm saying? With the one where I said that Polite made up a whole song, and then, but it's no, fuck it. We're going to look at it. I don't even care. I'll just stop it and talk. Actually, no, we just go listen to it. Okay, look. Okay, hold on. Y'all get ready because it's some bullshit, and it's really him. Okay. I just feel like being petty a little bit. All right. Bro, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? What is he talking about? I'm scared. I don't know. It sounds weird. Now I'm gonna put it in backmasking. I want to see what those words, do they really even form a word? Bro, they was serious with that song. All right, it's only a minute and 30 seconds. Hold on. We finna play it. Now, I guess this is one of his wives. This Amunet over here babbling with this goofy ass nigga.
Yeah, Mosey.
This nigga said Brianna Nasi. I'm dead. I cannot. What in the fuck is this shit, bro? And niggas got the nerve to come and fuck with me? Like, why, bro? Why? Did that nigga just say my hoopty? I'm dead. That bitch said, I'm dead. I cannot. We going back to that because she did just honk like a pig or whatever that Oh, I don't think we went back enough. We getting that honk back. That bitch just did that. That bitch. Hold on. You know what? I just cannot. I give up. I'm about to quit YouTube today. I don't. I'm sorry if anybody got any spells on them. I should have just did it in backmasking first. But oddly enough, like when I got off of YouTube Live or whatever last night, I had went and just immediately looked it up. And I found it so quick that I didn't even believe that it was the song. It was weird. It was like, oh, you're looking for me? Here I go, queen. So it just jumped out, you know what I'm saying, of the algorithm at me. I'm just saying, it was weird. So probably sage, meditate, you know what I'm saying, something. I don't know. His lawyer contacted him, but not queen. Facts. That was crazy. Okay, and then the beat they used. Now that was 10 years ago, right? And let me just show y'all, bro. Now I got some music, you know what I mean? That don't have a lot of views or whatever like that, because originally I was uploading my videos to Cash Me Out. Cash Me Out, and then I just started uploading them to Queen's Throne. So this song right here, y'all. Let me make it so y'all can see it. This song was made in 2011 and it only has 17,700 views. This, how many likes? And this probably Polite did this. You know what I'm saying? Made a whole bunch of troll accounts or whatever. What? Obviously nobody believed in him. I mean, it's been 10 years. Come on, bro. Nobody put no money down on what you was trying to do or whatever. Why isn't he a big you know, singer or whatever, or rapper or whatever? You feel what I'm saying? Because he sucks in reality, and that jargon bullshit that he was trying to run is not gonna work. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he tried that just like Dan Calloway did. I'm not gonna let that go at all. I'm gonna be talking about this later on when I get off of here. Finna go see what the hell my king, because he be making like all type of like, he's trying to like brand his own stuff. So I just let him do whatever, you know what I'm saying? He had made some hot sauce. He made like several different versions of it. And oh my God, like the hottest version, he had said, this was before the fast though. He had made some salmon or something, and he had put some of the hot sauce on the salmon, and I had grabbed a little bite of it, you know what I'm saying? And it was hot, and I thought I was gonna die, y'all. Like, I can deal with hot stuff, but the way that shit was set up, so I don't know, he got this whole chart or whatever of all the peppers, and I don't know what he doing, I don't know. But he be doing that shit. Now my mouth is watering and I'm hungry. I don't know. Oh, he was a rapper before too. Well, he would definitely sue me if I played his music, but I'm pretty sure it's trash. I'm gonna go research people that exposed Dane Calloway too. And thank you, Sister Soul Main Radio. I appreciate you informing me on the other people that have better content than his, because I'm just gonna support them. You know what I'm saying? Going forward, but I just feel like being a smartass and being like, nah, fuck you and your attorney, bro. Because you can't sue me for a sentence. Like, it's not like I have merch up with I'm just here to make you think.com. You know what I mean? The hell? But, or, you know, just change it to I'm only here to make you think. Because, nigga, you don't own the universe, for real. But my main thing is, what triggered you? It wasn't about your brand, because you jumped out the window trying to claim that I was using your hashtag when it's a sentence under my videos. It's a sentence. It's not your tag or nothing like that. There is no hashtag in front of it. It just says, I'm here to make you think. And then it goes into hashtag I am the glitch, hashtag we are royalty. Why is this nigga upset? Can't sue me for a sentence. Can't use me for using words. It's weird. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll be looking into that. I definitely will, because now I ain't a fan no more. Just the way that he came and sweated me. Like, first of all, you came in here and interrupted my motherfucking live. And if that was you, Dane, you know, that had happened to or whatever, where somebody come in your live and make all these statements and shit, bitch ass nigga, you could have found my email address on my YouTube channels. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all right quick. Damn, Bae must be making something hot as hell in there, because it literally, he's just sniffling in there. Okay, so like right here's PayPal, you know what I mean? All that. But you can go down and it's supposed to be in my about area. You can find my email, bro. Email right here. You could have emailed me this. You also could have like got to me on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's a bum ass nigga, bro. That's some bum ass shit. Bum ass shit. I will say so. If I can say so myself. I'm just saying. But anyway, that's all I kind of have for y'all. It was just one of those days where I was just like, damn, what am I gonna do? I'm on some laid back shit though. Like, I used to be not stressed, but like way focused on what I'm bringing. And obviously I'm focused on it, but it used to be more anxiety or whatever a little bit when it came to like, you know, kind of reaching out for my content, you know, finding things to talk about and stuff like that. But I don't know, like it just feels different. I don't know. I'm just noticing that like things are kind of just jumping out to me. And it's kind of just effortless at this time. So again, I just didn't want to make it a day where I didn't come to talk to you guys. I was on Big Man TV today, but I think, okay, so it was storming where he was at. So we were on Discord or whatever in a phone call, and then he was streaming live, and I think that like the weather had messed it up, because when I went back to just relook at it, it was only like 2 minutes and something seconds of the video. Maybe something funky happened with YouTube and maybe it's all there, but I'm pretty sure I'll be back up there again. But we were just kind of talking about Sonetta, Polite, you know, and some other flukies in the community and stuff like that. So I don't know, but I'm focused, y'all, and I'm back. I'm in my Libra energy. Moved out of Scorpio for a minute, and I'm in my Libra energy because if you don't know, I am both. I am on the cusp, so it's kind of like dealing with two different people or whatever, but that's fine too. Sometimes measures call for that. But anyway, I'm going to play one of my songs that don't sound nothing like Polite's. I played one of them in the beginning. That one was called Forgotten Victim. It's actually a song to cause awareness of sex trafficking, rape, and stuff like that. So if you have not yet, please go forward, you know what I mean? Go to the beginning and check it out. At least give it a listen. But before we end this live stream today, I want to put one of my other songs on called Modern Day Slavery by Cash Me Out, which is me, Queen's Throne. You know, so much love, you guys. Stay you, stay royal, stay uncompromisable. Please, you know what I'm saying? Because you will catch me in another video. I ain't said my slogan or whatever in so long. Let me not say that too many times, though, because Dane Calloway will probably come and claim that he owns it or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with some more shenanigans or cases or whatever for you guys. I also want to go through and show you guys how Sonetta stalked my life in Tyrant Spain's chat room earlier today. I guess he wanted to be friends with me, and then when he wasn't getting that response from me, he said fuck you. But originally in the beginning he was calling me Queen. Why you at me, Queen? Why you? We gonna go through that tomorrow, because I tried to load it up for today, but I gotta crop some stuff because when I put it on here, y'all probably can't see it really good, and that's the point. So we gonna look at it or whatever. I'll play that tomorrow. I'll play that tomorrow. Well, fuck it. I'll play both. So right now we're gonna listen to Modern Day Slavery, and then I'll pull up Psycho as well. Y'all tell me if you like it.
Who are you? You don't know? Don't tell me Negro, that's nothing. What were you before the white man named you a Negro? And where were you? And what did you have? What was yours? What language did you speak then? What was your name? It couldn't have been Smith or Jones or Bunch or Powell. That wasn't your name. They don't have those kind of names where you and I came from. No, what was your name? Being here in America doesn't make you an American. Being born here in America doesn't make you an American. Why, if birth made you an American, you wouldn't need any legislation. You wouldn't need any amendments to the Constitution. No, I'm not an American. I'm one of the 22 million black people who are the victims of Americanism. One of the 22 million black people who are the victims of democracy. Nothing but disguised hypocrisy. And I see America through the eyes of a victim.
The truth about slavery, many refuse to respect. How my people built this country off their own blood and sweat. America's just that house that slavery built, and I'ma speak on the facts since no one else will. Your name in capital letters is a corporate entity, while you remain suspect to intellectual property. James Marion Sims, father of gynecology, experimented on slave women in the 1840s, trying to invent the C-section. Hundreds of babies died at birth, but they still support the medical system and swear that shit works. No cure for cancer, ALS, AIDS. Wait, ain't y'all a little late?
Being here in America doesn't make you an American. Being born here in America doesn't make you an American. Why, if birth made you American, you wouldn't need any legislation. You wouldn't need any amendments to the Constitution. No, I'm not an American. I'm one of the 22 million black people who are the victims of Americanism. One of the 22 million black people who are the victims of democracy.
They came up with the plan to control and enslave man. Through revolution and war, man would be free no more. A secret society they made. Very few would make that grade. Unaware and deadly blind, the dumb downness of mankind. They are hiding in plain sight, running a show without a fight. Modern day slavery got people working day and night. Almighty dollar in their sight, chasing it further into the light. If I work a little bit harder, one day I'll be alright. They tax our land, they tax our weight, they tax the bed in which you lay, they tax our food, they tax our drink. It taxes every time we think, and it's really about control, cause a dollar ain't worth a thing. Piece of paper and some ink that sticks of pain and suffering, yeah.
This is American justice. This is American democracy. And those of you who are familiar with it know that in America, democracy is hypocrisy. Now, if I'm wrong, put me in jail. But if you can't prove that a democracy is not hypocrisy, then don't put your hands on me. Democracy is hypocrisy. If democracy means freedom, why aren't our people free?
Hold on really quick. I can get the link for you. It's right here. Shout out to Emperor Thrones. Sister, that link to that song is right here. Shout out to Emperor Thrones. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So now I'm going to drop this screen, and then we're going to listen to Psycho because Emmanuel requested it. A lot of people that have been following me for a while, that's their song right there. So that's what's up. All right, let me get rid of... Oop, let me keep that there, actually. All right. So let's take a look at this. And this is just the audio of this song.
Yeah. Tell 'em. Yeah. Revolutionary or psycho? Which one I don't know. Retaining his knowledge, fuck both that warrior still dead though. So don't get it twisted or talk with your head. It's royalty and loyalty, that's how my tribe was bred. Revolutionary or psycho? Which one I don't know. Retaining his knowledge, fuck both that warrior still dead though. So don't get it twisted or talk with your head. It's royalty and loyalty, that's how my tribe was bred.
Hey. Am I psycho? Am I psycho? Get it with all that whipping. I might jack, I'm not Michael. I might murder like I might go. I might be psycho.
Bro, you ain't gonna do shit.
I might though. Aight, yo. I'm just being honest. This is how I feel though. You don't have to lie to kick it, but I stayed 100 from the field goal. Africa or America? Which one is real though? I eat a plant-based diet, so if this beef, it's real, Joe. If I'm a conspiracy theorist, you're not a critical thinker. My thought science and theology. I'm a king, not a real nigga. When Samson cut off his mane, he lost all of his power. So I'm looking for Esther. I do not want Delilah. I will work till I die, no retire. I need some people I can build a fucking empire with. You can and will call me sire. AKA KB is an empire.
Revolutionary or psycho? Which one I don't know. Retaining his knowledge, fuck both that warrior still dead though. So don't get it twisted or talk with your head. It's royalty and loyalty, that's how my tribe was bred. Revolutionary or psycho? Which one I don't know. Retaining his knowledge, fuck both that warrior still dead though. So don't get it twisted or talk with your head. It's royalty and loyalty, that's how my tribe was bred. I'm a mission for this knowledge, call me crazy if you wanna, but the light inside of me lights the earth on Queen's honor. Royal blood up in my veins, my chakras be aligned, so my God feels no pain. My third eye is the prize every man wants to claim. Yours just calcified, so we are not the same. We got nothing in common, so stay in a peasant's lane. I'm a warrior, got this planned out for nothing but pain. Set met reincarnated on my queen shit, I remain. So it's off with your head, cause my king's insane. And that's why you hating. The truth of command is what you facing. The hands of time embrace a serpent's fate. I'm a queen that rules kings with no regrets. Can you relate? Yeah, KASH gang, revolutionary or psycho? Which one I don't know. Retaining his knowledge, fuck both that warrior still dead though. So don't get it twisted or talk with your head. It's royalty and loyalty, that's how my tribe was bred. Revolutionary or psycho? Which one I don't know. Retaining his knowledge, fuck both that warrior still dead though. So don't get it twisted or talk with your head. It's royalty and loyalty, that's how my tribe was bred. I ain't ready for this knowledge, man. Respect the queen, baby. KASH gang. Cash me out, ever real, baby.
Salute to everybody that was here. Much love. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you. You can find my music on my Queen's Throne channel with 4,000 subs. Just go down a ways. Trying to get them ones popping rather than my music channel, because that's where I'm just going to post most of my stuff now. My music channel just has become like a backup channel. But you might want to sub there too. All you got to do is go on my page and look down. There'll be channels that I featured, which are other content creators, and then my channel links, and check out some of the other content in between time. But much love. Salute to everybody in here. Fuck you, Dane Calloway, and your attorneys. Fuck them too. I may or may not. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. All right, y'all. Bye-bye.